It's week 9 and it's time to reveal our game of the week. Now we've had some good ones already. We've been to Carthage, Longview, Timpson, Tyler, Beckville, Alto, Edgewood, and last week we were in Troop. And this week our game of the week is the 6-1 Pine Tree Pirates as they head over to Chapel Hill to take on the 6-2 Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Now the Pirates are 2-1 in district play with wins over Maybank and Henderson and their loss to Kilgore. Now Chapel Hill is 3-1 in district with wins over Lindell, Palestine, and Maybank and their lone loss also to Kilgore. Now let's hear from Pine Tree head football coach Jason Bachman to get his thoughts on Friday's game.
All right, we're here with the head coach of the Pine Tree Pirates, Coach Jason Bachman. And Coach, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's talk about your team, the 6-1 Pine Tree Pirates. Just one blemish on the season so far against Kilgore. Other than that, it's been all W's in the win column there. What's been your thoughts so far this season with the team, and how do you think the season has gone so far?
My thought with the team and the season. I mean, it's been a good season, right? Obviously, 6-1. Played some really good football teams. We're playing arguably one of the most competitive districts in the state. So to be sitting here at 6-1, very, very pleased. There's still a lot of ball left, if you want to continue to play a lot of ball, you got to take care of these district wins and get yourself an opportunity to do so. But I'm very proud of the kids and the coaches, man. We've wanted to be on this stage. Have we arrived yet? No, but do we feel like we're getting closer? Yes, sir.
Well, and I know there was a lot of talk going into last week's game against Henderson that, Henderson had been kind of a hot team this year as well, putting up a lot of points. And so a lot of eyes were focused on last week's matchup. What was the key to beating Henderson last week? A 10-point win, 35-25. What was the key in that game?
Turnovers, which are usually the key, in all games, right? But it's still the number one statistical category to winning and losing, right? And we were +2 in the turnover margin, and that might have been the difference in the game. They're a really good football team. Coach Baker's done an incredible job in turning that program around. They're really good, credit to our kids. We found a way to get some turnovers, and we found a way to cash in on some of them.
All right, well, let's talk about this upcoming Friday night. You talked about it with the district standings. It's just it's a ridiculous district that this is. But Henderson, Kilgore, Chapel Hill, all 3-1. Pine Tree sitting there at 2-1 right now. You're going into Chapel Hill Friday night. Obviously, they've been kind of one of the standard teams in this district for the past 2 or 3 years. So what are your thoughts? What have you seen on film from Chapel Hill, and what's it going to take to win Friday night?
Yeah, they're not just one of the standard teams in the district. They've been one of the standard teams in the state. What do we notice on film? They're still the same Chapel Hill. They're still really good players, ultra athletic, fast, you can tell they're a program that expects to win, and you've seen that. Like I said, I don't know how many years now, but I believe that it's probably been 4 or 5. They've been to the 3rd round or beyond. They're a veteran football team. They've been on this stage. They expect to go win, and they play like that, and ultra athletic and got really good players, man.
All right, Coach. Well, we look forward to it Friday night. We'll be there for the game of the week and look forward to talking to you then. Best of luck, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Now, let's hear from Chapel Hill head coach Jeff Reardon for his thoughts on the upcoming matchup.
All right, we're here with the head coach of the Chapel Hill Bulldogs, Coach Jeff Reardon. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing good.
Absolutely awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about the season. A 6-2 overall record for Chapel Hill, but the record that matters is that 3-1 district record that you got right now, which is tied with Henderson and Kilgore for the top of the district standings right now. Talk to me a little bit about this season and how you think it's gone so far.
It's gone very well. If you'd have told me with our schedule and the teams we were playing that, in week 8 we were 6-2 and sitting 3-1 in district, I think I'd be somewhat satisfied with that. But as coaches, we want to win every game. We think we have the capability and the team and the players to do that. Definitely took 2 hard lumps on those losses against 2 quality teams in Carthage and Kilgore, who may be the best 2 defenses I've seen in a long, long time. But we're banged up right now. Got a lot of injuries, but hoping soon to get some of those kids back. And if we can find our way into the playoffs, being 100% healthy in the playoffs, and hopefully making a little run. But definitely excited where we are right now.
All right, and let's talk a little bit about this defense. I think that's what's been the most impressive part to me for this year for this Chapel Hill team. We knew the offense was going to be there, but it's the defense to me has been playing a lot better this season. What are your thoughts on the defense so far?
Coach McFarland does a great job game planning and getting those guys ready to play. Pitching shutouts against Maybank and Palestine. I think that's 2 shutouts in a year is the most we've had since I've been here for sure. I think the last shutout we had was my first game against Crandall back in 2018 or 19 or whatever it was, 2019. So our guys are flying around, tackling, understanding the game plan, understanding what we're supposed to do to shut people down. Very excited with how our defense is playing and getting better week in and week out.
All right, well, let's talk about this Friday night. You got the Pine Tree Pirates coming to town. Pine Tree 6-1 on the year. Their lone loss is to Kilgore as well. So 2-1 district record. What have you seen on film from Pine Tree, and what's it going to take to get that win Friday night?
Just another quality District 9 4A opponent. Pine Tree plays very good defense. A lot like Kilgore and Carthage. They got some big-time players. They got a middle linebacker that's going to the University of Houston. Several D linemen that get after it and very athletic in the secondary. So defensively, they're gonna cause a lot of issues and be a tough opponent. And then offensively, they got a lot of guys back from last year that were they were so successful last year on offense with their quarterback and one of their receivers that makes a lot of plays. And I really like their running back. Their running back is a GoDaddy. He's fast, he's explosive, he's strong. And then they're just big up front on both sides. They got some size. Definitely moving down from 5A into 4A district, just making our district even tougher than it already was. And week in and week out, anybody can beat anybody in this district. And, you got to be on, and to answer your question on what we need to do to win Friday night, it's cliche, but it is truth. We got to protect the football. We got to eliminate mistakes, play good, solid football. And then make plays when numbers are called. When the ball's in the air, go make plays or on both sides of the ball and the kicking game be solid. And, I think the team that's makes the least mistakes Friday night and makes the most plays will be the team that's victorious. And I think that's what you have to do week in and week out in this district to be successful.
Absolutely. All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for taking the time talking to us this morning. Best of luck Friday, and we'll talk to you then.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, yes.
Thanks to both coaches for taking the time to talk to us today. Pine Tree and Chapel Hill are set to kick off at 7:30 p.m. on Friday night at Bulldogs Stadium. Catch all the highlights after the game right here on the Red Zone.